We live now.
We live in the booth. We got the hello.
T-Pain and anything.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to season 3 of ReparTay with Taylor Made. We are on season 3. Can y'all believe that? It is the 3rd season of ReparTay. We made it to the 3rd season. I'm talking about 3P in this thing. 1, 2, and 3. Okay? Throw it up this way, throw it up this way, throw it up this way. It don't matter, because we at season 3, baby. So throw it up however you want to, ParTay people. If you can't tell, we got some new stuff going on. We got a new studio. You know, I got new eyelashes. And if you don't know by now, I am your lovely host, and I go by the name of Taylor Made, and I'll be accompanying you guys on this journey that we have going on. Now, since it is a new season, let's go ahead and explain what ReparTay is. It is a judgment-free show where people like you can submit questions, scenarios, situations anonymously, and then myself and my ParTay people are going to come together and help you get the best advice that we can give you, because this is all about being vulnerable. It's all about being judgment free, and it's all about season 3, okay? Because we done made it to a 3rd season. I got Prosecco on set now, just in case y'all ask me something crazy. We ain't gonna pause no more. We just gonna open this bad boy. So this is my in case of an emergency bottle of Prosecco, so please don't let me open it this season. So I know you guys are gonna enjoy tonight's content and the content to come. So with that being said, let's go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you guys are subscribing to this YouTube channel so that you can be aware and up to date on everything ReparTay that's going on, our awesome giveaways, our upcoming episodes, la-di-da-di. Also, if you've already subscribed to this channel, then give this video a thumbs up, because let's be honest, this is the 3rd season, so clearly you guys are enjoying what we have going on. So just go ahead and give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to share. Anywho, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the show. Okay, so this week's topic is it wrong to vent to a friend about issues you're having with another friend? Is it wrong to vent to a friend about issues you're having with another friend? I mean, it could be a slippery slope, but before we get too much into what I think, let's check out what some of our ParTay people had to say. Corona thought they were gonna stop these interviews, but no, boo-boo, we still got them. Check them out.
So the question is, do you think it's okay to talk to your friends about issues you're having with another friend?
Shit.
Is it wrong to vent to a friend about issues you're having with another friend?
Is it wrong to vent to another friend about issues that you've had with another friend?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Are we mutual friends?
Mm-hmm. Or not. I mean, either one.
Especially if all of you are within the same group. I think that talking to others is a good way to kind of get things off of your mind, especially if you're talking to somebody who's like-minded and kind of understands who you are as a person.
I mean, that's different. Like, if friend A is the problem I'm having, is the person I'm having a problem with, and I tell friend B and they're both friends, that's trash. But if they don't know each other, it's like, I'm gonna talk about everything. I do that all the time. I mean, never mind. Take that out.
And then it's kind of bonus points if they know the other person, so they can give, you know, the pros and cons to how you feel about whatever's going on, and they can give you some good advice to move forward. Depending on if you decide to take that advice or not, it's up to you, but it's just, I think it's a good idea to talk to others about that stuff for that reason alone. Yeah.
But no, I mean, like, shit, if I talk bad about you to somebody that doesn't know you, that's not a problem. But if y'all know each other, I'm not gonna talk bad about you to Hester. That's trash.
Because he gonna snitch.
Yeah. People like, well, yeah, so that nigga Dimitri, he ain't that cool. He ain't 100. He like 50 at best.
He's a Virgil.
He's a Virgil. I was just about to say that shit. He's only 1 Virgil, not 2.
Oh, damn.
As usual, nothing's changed. Thank you so much to all my ParTay people who are submitted those interviews. But we also got to check in with our people who are submitting some answers via Instagram. You too can be a participant in ReparTay. Just make sure you go to my Instagram page, look at my QTNA highlight, and just answer some of those questions in there. And you can see some of your answers featured on this episode, just like some of my ParTay people are about to right now. Alex D _ says yes and no, because it may make them feel like they have to pick a side. Just Chiamaka says no, but be wise about it because your words can change that person's perception badly. that's good. LaPaul_Archer says no, but only if you cannot communicate with that friend or need an unbiased opinion. And JMB We Trust says not at all. There's supposed to be an at there. I got you, bro. Certain friends are for certain situations. Jador Raven said no, I think it's good to get perspective from other friends. That's what they're for. Aaron_Pops_ says yeah, sometimes it's best to go straight to the problem. That's a different perspective. Deanna Louise says wrong, no, but in the end you need to talk to the friend you have an issue with. A True Gentleman says not at all if they're a part of the friend group, of course. I want someone who knows them too. Perspective is key. Brandon R. Shard says no, tell your story. If they don't like what you have to say, they should have behaved better. Lord. D44 says, I feel there are always tighter connections between one or two within the friend group, so they may be your confidant. Venting to them, though, could cause more rift between the friend group if they are unnecessarily messy. If they have good intentions, then venting to them could be helpful because they know the other friend and they may be able to offer useful advice as to how you guys can work out your issue. Getting that perspective from another friend could be super helpful because it can help explain and give context as to why your friend may have acted differently than you expected them to or anything of that nature. It's also good because sometimes you just need to get it out. And what I like to do is I like having a sounding board. So whenever I have issues in any relationship that I have, relationship with my parents, relationships with my friends, relationships with my significant other, there's always one or two people that I have as a confidant that I use as a springboard to bounce my ideas off of. Because honestly, let's be real. Sometimes we be tripping. We don't know that we're tripping until somebody tells us that we're tripping. So it's really good to have that sounding board there to kind of just tell you like, I think you're doing a little bit too much. Now on the flip side of that, the only thing I don't like about talking to my friends about issues I'm having with other friends is that if you've ever played the game of telephone, when the message starts, it's clear, it's distinct. We all know what the message is. But by the time you get to the end of that message, what the hell is it? It's not the same as what it started off as. It can start off as, okay, George Bush doesn't like black people. By the end of it, it's Kanye running for president in 2020. I ain't got time for neither one of them messages. But you see what I'm saying? Like when you play telephone and communication is going through so many different mediums, the narrative changes. And sometimes it's really truly best just to go to that source and hash it out. Just like Deanna Louise said, it's okay if you're talking to your friends about issues you're having with other friends. Just at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you're talking to that friend and you're airing all of your laundry out. Because if that's your friend, you should be able to have those type of conversations with them, right? Right. Just Chiamaka also said something that I thought was interesting, that it's okay as long as you know your friend group, okay? There's levels to this. You have to know there are certain friends you can't talk to other friends about because they are messy. And I say that to say that if you're having issues with a friend, I want you to measure who you're talking to first, okay? Can this person be your confidant? Can they keep your secret? Are they able to like honestly close their mouth when the time is appropriate? The second thing I want you to figure out is this information big enough for me to share with someone else, or should I sit on it, pray on it, take some notes, make a pros and cons list, write out all of your thoughts, opinions, and ideas, and talk to your friend directly about it? Because honestly, when you involve so many people, mess happens. So sometimes you just need to really evaluate whether or not this is big enough for me to go to somebody else and speak with them about. Because more than likely, a lot of arguments that happen in relationships are due to miscommunication. So if you're just able to communicate clearer or understand how the recipient is communicating, it could cut out on a lot of middleman conversations. The third thing you should do though is to be open. Be open-minded, because a lot of us when we go to our friend's event, okay, here's the other tricky part. A lot of us when we go to our friend's event, it's because you want your friends to agree with you. And if you have a friend like me, if you're wrong, I'm gonna tell you're wrong. Am I lying? I ain't lying. But my friends know if you are in the wrong, I love you, and I'm gonna tell you through love, you are wrong, okay? That was not correct. That was not the right move to make. I understand your perspective, but no, it was wrong. You shouldn't have done that. You have to be open-minded to hearing that when you go to other people for advice. You know, people are always gonna agree with you. So if you're in the wrong, you have to be open to correction, because iron sharpens iron. So if your friends can't correct you, what are y'all friends for? Don't worry, I'll wait. You just have to be okay with somebody being like, hey man, you could have handled that better. Because that's how you grow. People, say it with me. Growth. Last but not least, you have to be careful how you present this information to other friends. What I've noticed over the past, you have to be careful about how you present certain information about other people as well, because out of the mouth speaks what's in the heart. That's in the Bible somewhere. Don't quote me on what it says exactly, but it's something like that. Anywho, how you talk about other people lets me know how you speak about me when I'm not in a room. Not always, but sometimes. So you also have to be very mindful about how you present your issues with one friend to another, because let's be honest, all of our friends, we haven't gotten along seamlessly all of the time. There's been times where some of our friends wanted to smoke and we had a little fire between us. So you have to be very careful about how you're telling your other friends about the issues you're having with this one friend, because on the flippity flip of that, they can be thinking, well, when Sis had a problem with me, was she over here popping her guns the same way? Or when Brody had that problem with me that one time, was he feeling some smoke? Was he feeling some like weirdness? So you have to really be careful about how you're presenting that information to your friend, because it could very well be them on the other side of that shoe. Whew. Okay, y'all, that's all I got for today. Fortunately, we made it through an episode without popping our emergency bottle of Prosecco. But that's a wrap for this episode. Make sure you guys are stopping by ReparTay.com and checking out our new website. Make sure you're looking at some of those blogs. Make sure you subscribe to the website as well. We have some fun giveaways and projects and ideas that are coming down the pipeline. And the best way to be in the know is to subscribe to ReparTay.com and also to this YouTube channel if you haven't already. Be sure to keep tuning in on Tuesday night at 8 o'clock for a new episode of ReparTay. Thank you so much for joining me again, ParTay People. For all my new ParTay People, my old ParTay People, my true ParTay People, I love you guys immensely. Thank you so much for making this dream a reality for me. We're going to keep rocking till the wheels fall off, baby. You heard me. But I know y'all are trying to enjoy the rest of your Tuesday night. Blackish comes on at 9, so honestly, I'm trying to get out of here myself. So, that's a wrap.